Humanity has forgotten the light of the sun and are now blindly following the new god, the Great Hand. Once every few years, the hand comes down to the people of the central station and takes away the chosen newborns to the world hidden behind the gates of the sanctuary. The hero embarks on a dangerous journey through this hostile world to find a way to open the gates and bring his child back. There Is No Light touts very impressive pixel art and animation, visceral, bloody, and fast-paced combat, and, based on the trailer, a bangin' soundtrack. It comes to Steam and Epic on September 19th with console releases planned for the future. Return to Monkey Island is an unexpected, thrilling return of series creator Ron Gilbert that continues the story of the legendary adventure games The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge. The third entry in what is arguably the most important series in the adventure game genre comes 22 years after the last game. Return to Monkey Island puts the player back in control of Guybrush Threepwood. While the game brings a new art style, the humor and gameplay should be instantly recognizable. Return to Monkey Island comes to Switch and Steam on September 19th. The balance of the Holy Kingdom of Kaitis is compromised when powerful feral creatures known as wraiths invade from the other side of the veil. Wraiths corrupt their victims and possess their bodies, turning them into unstoppable monsters. The Chimeras, hybrid warriors born of the union of two souls, are the only ones who can protect humankind. I'm enjoying what I see from this game. While I never made it past the third Devil May Cry game, I'm picking up some massive DMC vibes with the fixed camera angles and action combat system. I might be diving in myself when Soulstice comes to PS5, Series X and S, and Steam on September 20th. There's also a Steam demo available now. Gundam Evolution is a fully fledged FPS based on the Gundam series. Exceed your limits with a high-speed boost system and unleash powerful G maneuvers to claim victory. Gundam fans, I'll apologize now. I know nothing about Gundam. I say that because this game doesn't look like anything too special to me. It reminds me of Overwatch, with each Gundam bringing its own toolset to the table, but everything about the visuals and gameplay seems a bit blasé. But it is a free-to-play game, so there's no doubt it'll find its audience. Gundam Evolution comes to Steam on September 21st. The Outbound Ghost is an adventure RPG about helping ghosts ascend to the afterlife. The town of Outbound is, quite literally, a ghost town, a home to troubled spooks with unresolved earthly issues, condemning them to an eternity haunting their old haunts. The Outbound Ghost has a real Paper Mario aesthetic. Fans of that series and the more recent Bug Fables should feel right at home with this game. It has very similar aesthetics and turn-based combat based on the trailer. The Outbound Ghost comes to Steam and Epic on September 21st. The DioField Chronicle introduces real-time tactical battle, which is a new, deeply strategic real-time battle system. Monitor real-time battlefield conditions and issue decisive orders that take advantage of your troops' skills, classes, and equipment to gain the upper hand and complete your mission. Releasing the DioField Chronicle 6 months after the release of Triangle Strategy is certainly a choice. This combat system does have some differences, but the core of the two games seem to be incredibly similar. Either way, the DioField Chronicle comes to the PlayStations, Switch, the Xboxes, and Steam on September 22nd. There's also a demo available on Switch, Xbox, and Steam. Become a small-town chemist and heal townsfolk of their ailments in this beautiful pixel life sim. The town of Moonbury has always been wary of the advances of the outside world, until one day, when the mayor's daughter falls ill, they are forced to look outside their small community for help. I played the demo of this game and I was smitten by it. Initially, I wasn't sure what the gameplay loop would consist of, but it looks like there'll be quite a bit to keep folks busy. Potion Permit comes to PS4, Switch, Xbox One, Steam, and Epic on September 22nd. There's also a Steam demo available now. Serial Cleaners is a single-player stealth action crime game in which you alternate between playing 4 eccentric mob cleaners taking on the bloodiest jobs the carefree 1990s had to offer. As the details of their stories stop matching up, the ugly truth behind their cooperation begins to reveal itself. When I came across this game, I swore that I had seen it and even played it before. Finally, I realized that this is the follow-up to the 2017 game Serial Cleaner, not Cleaners. Here you'll be playing as 4 separate cleaners that each have their own reasons for why they do the work that they do. Serial Cleaners comes to the PlayStations, Switch, the Xboxes, Steam, and Epic on September 22nd. Inspired by the golden era of skateboarding, Session's primary goal is to make you experience what skateboarding really is. An incredible culture where there are no other goals other than expressing your creativity and achieving success through hard work, perseverance, and bits of madness for no one else other than yourself. I tried skateboarding when I was a lot younger. I instantly fell directly on my tailbone and my skateboard shot directly through our basement window. I decided then and there that I didn't need skateboarding to be a part of my skill set. Session Skate Sim comes to the PlayStations, the Xboxes, Steam, and Epic on September 22nd. Thorn, an old warrior worn down by decades of vim and violence, roams a world undone in search of his lost daughter. Dodge, parry, and cleave your way out of brutal clashes in this 2D top-down action RPG and discover the bone-chilling tale of Thorn's crusade to make his family whole again. If you like your pixel art gory, then you should keep your eye on this game. No Place for Bravery shows off a world full of vibrant colors, but still a feeling of darkness and desolation exists. I'm very interested in what I see here. No Place for Bravery comes to the Switch and Steam on September 22nd. Beacon Pines is a cute and creepy adventure game within a magical storybook. You play as both the reader of the book and its main character, Luca. Explore the town to find word charms. Use your charms to change the course of fate. This game looks so charming. I love the overall art direction, from the adorable characters to the vibrant scenery. I'm interested in learning more about the gameplay and what your objectives are, but this game is definitely on my radar. Beacon Pines comes to Switch, the Xboxes, Steam, and Epic on September 22nd. There's also a Steam demo available now, and it will be launching on Game Pass. Spiderheck is a physics-based brawler that's easy to pick up but difficult to master. Duel to the death or choose to team up and hold back swarms of savage enemies. Swing, stab, and shoot your way around the map while effortlessly performing movie-worthy parkour. This looks like one of those games that looks easy, but over time, the skills and abilities of players will reach new plateau after new plateau. The action is constant, and the threat never seems to dwindle, which also makes for a fun watch for spectators. Spiderheck comes to the PlayStations, Switch, the Xboxes, and Steam on September 22nd. There's also a Steam demo available now. Perform minor repairs, starting with replacing sockets and light bulbs, to installing comprehensive systems in the houses of customers. Sit down and relax in front of the computer as a virtual electrician without the risk of physical electric shock. Learn the tricks of the trade and become the best professional this city has ever seen. Finally, a simulator that I'm not really champing at the bit to play. Don't get me wrong though, I'm still intrigued. Electrician Simulator comes to Steam on September 22nd. Songs from the Iron Sea is a poetic platformer scattered with environmental puzzles taking place in a whimsical aquatic universe. Through a short, one-sitting experience, the game portrays a creature lost in a metallic nightmare. I can't say for certain, but I think this game is the result of a graduating class from Izart Digital, a 3D VFX film and video game school. That alone is awesome. This game also looks really interesting. Now this could be an awful take, but I can't be the only one getting Echo the Dolphin vibes, right? Songs from the Iron Sea comes to Steam on September 22nd. Camped Out is a frenetic couch co-op game for friends and families where up to 4 players must work together to set up camp before darkness falls. It's a race against the setting sun to fetch materials, construct tents and your campfire, all while avoiding natural and not so natural hazards and traversing the unforgiving terrain. Here we go, something for the kiddos. Imagine overcooked and moving out, then move it to the woods, and you should have a good idea of what Camped Out is all about. Couch co-op is always a win, too. Camped Out comes to Switch and Steam on September 22nd. There's also a Steam demo available now. Unleash your inner dragon and fly beyond the hidden world on your fiery adventures to rescue Thunder's family and save the Dragon Kingdoms. Feel the wind against your scales as you soar and dive through unexplored realms. These are such fun movies, and my son really likes them, which makes me think we might have to entertain the idea of getting this for him. For the most part, though, I tend to steer clear of licensed games for the simple reason that they don't have a great track record. We'll see if Dreamworks' Dragons Legends of the Nine Realms bucks the trend when it comes to the PlayStations, Switch, the Xboxes, and Steam on September 23rd. Meet new friends and foes, visit strange lands, and outfit yourself in your quest to keep the entire land from collapsing underfoot. Jump, slash, and dig your way down an ever-changing chasm of mystery in Shovel Knight Dig, an all-new Shovel Knight adventure. Now, Shovel Knight is beloved. I say that as an observer though, as I've never really had the chance to play any of the games in the series yet. I will say though, the game visually looks better than ever, and the action seems very hectic. I'm not sure how it'll play on mobile, but we're not here to talk about that because Shovel Knight Dig also comes to Steam on September 23rd. Get ready to drum to the beat of your heart with Danchan. Join an amazing musical adventure, solo or with friends. Join Danchan and your guide, Kumo-kyun, on a journey to become a Taiko master. With new songs and modes, your rhythmic adventure awaits. I don't play many rhythm games these days, and that likely won't change with this game. I do love video game music though, and the fact that this game consists of only video game music actually bumps it up a notch for me. I'm still not likely to play it, but it's neat nonetheless. Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival comes to the Switch on September 23rd. And there you go, another solid week incoming. I look at a week like this and remind myself of all the times I've heard people mention gaming droughts. Droughts only happen to people that aren't paying attention. There's so many indie studios working on incredible and unique stuff. I look at this week and I'm reminded of why I love this industry. I'm out though. I will see you guys next week.